update on this area on the Salt Creek Highway.
Okay.
And the area that we're talking about is primarily, it's not totally residential, but mostly residential that lies south of Bar None. We're not talking about any of the, anything that's going on in Bar None, because I believe the city of Casper actually handles code enforcement up there in the town of Bar None. And what I've given you is a...
Gene, would you say that again? Excuse me. The city of Casper handles zoning,
Code enforcement.
Code enforcement
up
in the town of Bar None.
Oh, in the town, okay, I'm sorry, okay.
In the town.
Okay.
Now what you have here is a two-page listing. And just to be brief about this, there are 31 properties on the first page. They're listed by the owner's name alphabetical on the left. And on the second page, there are 14 properties that are out of compliance. They have not yet gotten into compliance. And they are also listed alphabetically. And then what follows is a large group of photographs. And so if you want to look at the first photograph here, it's Archuleta, and you can just go down the list kind of with one hand and be flipping through the photographs with the other hand. And so you see that the first 31 photographs are pretty clean looking properties. There's not any trash or accumulations, and some of these are a little bit dark. But you can see that in almost all of them, they've really done significant cleanup, and we're just not having problems with them. So they've been notified accordingly.
Gene, let me ask you to kind of the beginning. I think back here when you were talking about the issue, gone back a number of hundreds of civil agreements at that time to bring things into compliance not brought into compliance. Do you remember what that number was to begin with?
At the time, we were actually pursuing a civil approach with respect to code enforcement, dealing with those violations. And if I'm understanding the question correctly, we dealt with a fairly large number of people. I would say probably, I would guess less than 50, but quite a number of them. Some of them we're still actually dealing with, but we signed we typically, with most of them, signed a compliance agreement, which was an agreement where the county was agreeing to hold back and the individuals were agreeing to clean up the mess. And attached to the contract was an addendum, which was a consent lien. And it allowed the county to file that lien and then to proceed getting the contractor to clean up the property if the other party to the contract had not completed the cleanup that they agreed to do.
Okay, what I'm trying to
Zoning resolution. And so the highest priority that we have right now is to get exactly, Bill, what you're asking for is to get current, so that we're not dealing with anything that has a long history. We want to get up to the present, to today's date, each day, and we will certainly start a new file issue a warning, notice about a violation. But we want to be working currently and not with this backlog, and it is still a big backlog. Frankly, my understanding is, from talking to our administrative person in code enforcement, that's Wynn Callgrove, we are almost to 2003. So we are approximately 9 years behind the goal that we want to achieve. Now, in addition, and in a parallel, on a parallel track, to bring it back in line with the zoning resolution, because in 1972, the whole county was zoned, and it's a land use management measure. Cleaning up messes is essentially a proper management of land uses within the zoning districts that we have in the county.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So you've got all these from 2003 to, I don't know, since we started doing the ticketing process. What happens to those? Are we still going back the old civil court, or are we just gonna drop all those and just go to the new process?
Well, our process,
2009 or whatever it is.
well, going back to those years,
Okay.
we had them back earlier than 2003. We had them from the 70s and 80s.
Wow, okay.
And most of those are cleared up now.
Okay.
And those are on the good list, and now we're up to 2003. So we're about 9 years short of this
Being
year.
100% correct.
But what process do you use then?
I'm sorry?
Just what process do you use? The new process where you go out and tell them you're gonna get ticketed, but you have some time to clean it up on your own, and then you get ticketed? Is that the same? That's the process we use now, universally through everybody?
That's the
Okay, that's
universal
what I was getting at, okay.
process.
So is anybody, if it's back in 2009, when you go revisit somebody, do you
Well-
say, okay, we haven't done anything since 2009, this is the process now. You have so much time, or work with Wayne, or work with them and say,
No, I
Get the-
usually give them 30 days.
pardon?
Give them 30 days.
30 days, okay.
I have
And
a
then they
question.
get ticketed and it goes to court. Okay, that's fine. All I'm asking is, so everybody does the same thing, even the old, we threw the old process out wherever it was, because it didn't work.
I'm willing to be corrected if I'm wrong. But I think, because we talk about this almost every day, and I am